A major chemical spill out west has poisoned the river in 2 separate states, killing tens of thousands of fish and poisoning water intakes for towns and cities downstream. This is a huge story. We're going to be all over this like white on rice. We also have your other updates here as well. More Walmarts shutting down across the United States. We have reports on that. We have McDonald's losing their computers in 3 separate countries. And the countries aren't next to each other either. We got that story as well. Toilet paper and cleaning supplies disappearing apparently in Colorado at Walmarts and such. Let's jump into it. Welcome to the Poplar Report. I'm Steve Poplar. I'm an accountant by trade, and these are your updates. These are important, critical information that you guys are sharing with each other, and we're just facilitating that. So please do keep your updates coming in. Just reply to any one of these videos with a comment and use the word update to let us know what you're seeing in your neck of the woods, at your store, at your workplace, what you're hearing, people you've talked to about what's going on. We appreciate all of those reports. Before we dive in, we do want to thank our sponsor, Genesis Gold Group. They help people who have retirement accounts to get out of stocks and bonds, which are risky, right? With the economy the way it is, do you really want to be investing in these companies that are laying off workers? That's a decision for you. But if you want to get into something solid like gold, silver, or platinum coins, physical metals in your retirement account, you might want to talk to Jonathan and his team. There'll be a link at the end of the video. All right, so McDonald's. McDonald's, never messes anything up. A paradigm of quality and virtue out there. Well, they had their computer systems go down for 12 hours, at least 12 hours, in the UK, which is in Europe, Japan, which is definitely not in Europe, and Australia, which is also not in Europe, right? So we have spread out around the world, their computer systems being impacted. They say that it was possibly or probably due to a system update that they were working on, and that was what caused the systems to go offline. That's what they're saying. They did not say anything about a hack, so we won't throw that around. But something happening that took a lot of the stores offline so that they were not able to take orders, and the ones that could not take payments, credit cards and such like that, either having to revert back to cash or to just turn people away. All right, so this chemical spill, we're talking about 1,500 tons, which is a lot. Right, 300,000 gallons of liquid nitrogen, chemical fertilizer. We're not talking about like poo. We're not talking about, cow manure. We're talking about chemical liquid nitrogen that is brought out of the refinement process of petrochemicals. We're talking about oil and natural gas when they process it. That's where they get the liquid nitrogen from. We're not talking about animal byproducts. We're talking about actual chemical products from refineries. 1,500 tons spilled into the river. And this went into the Iowa River near Red Oak, Iowa, and has already spread downstream all the way into Missouri, and has killed reportedly tens of thousands of fish all along the stream, the river. And it is also threatening water intakes for towns and cities downstream. So if you're in those areas, you might want to pull up a map and see where we're talking about. Make sure it doesn't affect you or your family or loved ones. That is a major spill out there. And they're going to have to basically just wait for that to be diluted. They probably can't get those chemicals out of the water. Once they're diluted enough, they should be less impactful, but we're talking about chemical-based fertilizer. So big deal out there, big news. Not really hearing that out on the mainstream media as of yet, if we will hear about it at all, because they keep wanting to tell you that these chemical fertilizers are perfectly natural. And they're not. They're just not. The water runoff from farms and such like that has toxicity. And the food that's grown on the farms using some of this stuff can be toxic as well. So that is what it is. Let's move on. Paul says, Cincinnati, Ohio, The past 5 years, my property tax has doubled. My house insurance has tripled. And from looking at the utilities, it looks like my electric bill has gone up by at least $100 more a month in the past 3 months. Definitely getting rough out there. Anyone else feeling the squeeze? Still waiting to get my wheel bearings for my car because they've been on back order for 3 months. If your car has been sitting in the shop for 3 months or more, just let us know down in the comment, because I know what that's like for sure. This past year has been a nightmare with cars for me, and I know I'm not the only one. Some of you guys are having nightmares with cars. Some of you guys are having nightmares with jobs. Some of you guys are having nightmares with what's going on in the medical system, right? With doctors and stuff like that. We all know people who are struggling with all of these things, right? This situation is being a real challenge out there. So they also say, Paul says, for 3 months, back order. God bless everyone, and we appreciate that as well. Ginny says, here in Wheeling, West Virginia, pharmacies have been struggling to provide much-needed prescriptions. They've been struggling with that. I have been having difficulty getting a much-needed patch that I apply every 7 days for pain. This pain medication is getting more difficult to obtain. Every month I deal with this issue, causing me much discomfort and pain. The last time called for a refill, it took 5 days for the pharmacist to locate this medication for me. It's buprenorphine. Yeah, buprenorphine products. Also, our church has a security team that has been noticing foreigners with open firearms on their front seats of their vehicles. One foreigner asked one of our neighbors if he could shower. I never dreamed I'd see churches needing to arm themselves for security. Well, if the police aren't going to do it, and unfortunately that's the situation in a lot of places in the United States, the police aren't going to do it because they've been told to stand down, to allow this to happen. And that means people need to protect themselves, and there's consequences to that. Everyone's going to have to make some hard choices as the days go forward. Teresa says, my 18-year-old high school son just found out, thanks to ABC Sacramento, their news, and not his employer, that the neighborhood Walmart he works at is closing on April 12th. So he didn't hear it from the company, he heard it from the news. He is scheduled to work from 4 to 8 p.m. today, but the sign on the door says the new hours are closing at 7 p.m. So his schedule does not even reflect the new store hours and the fact that he is working less hours. No communication from the employer to the employees informing them what is happening to their jobs. This explains why there is so much on clearance in the store. Sherilyn says, on March 10th, Texarkana area, Arkansas area, right? T-Mobile and Metro PCS and Windstream customers were unable to send any text messages, also not able to call out or even to 611, which is their the phone carrier's number. Deborah in Port Charlotte, Florida, says Walgreens pharmacy was hacked and they are still not able to access customers' insurance information to fill prescriptions. That's probably still the Change Healthcare hack that was the other week. AC, because it still hasn't been rectified, right? AC says Walmart has been sending orders from local Western New York stores with people from different nationalities. I have had several people deliver to my home. Also, they are not Instacart employees, but hired by Walmart. And now we're hearing that out there is that a lot of these people who have recently been coming into the U.S. are taking out those type of jobs, Instacart jobs, deliveries, doing deliveries, which means they're driving, okay? They're getting their driver's licenses somehow, and they're just driving without them. That's also a possibility. We're also seeing some reports. I saw some reports out in Washington State, Oregon, about lots and lots of new vehicles driving on the road. Not new as in new, but new as in they haven't been doing this before. Vehicles driving just wildly and erratically, and apparently police ignoring these vehicles, and potentially them being from foreign nationalities here. Lena says, my aunt lives in Oklahoma, has no Trulicity shot at Walmart pharmacy. She even checked Walgreens for her diabetes. Her shot is due this Wednesday. Today, she called her doctor about what to do, and they didn't give her any advice, but at least they made an appointment for Friday. But 2 days without her shot is a big deal. We need a few more periods in there. But yeah, that is crazy that she needs her shot, and she's having to go multiple days without her prescription because the pharmacies can't do this. They can't make this work. Sherry says, pet meds are in shortage. Received notice from company that ships my cat's blood pressure meds that they can't get it, and I should contact my vet to find a substitute. This is a liquid beta blocker called Semintra. So prescriptions for pets also having problems. Tina Cutright says, in Montgomery, Alabama, a group of cardiologists announced that they will be closing their practice this Friday, seeing issues with doctor availability, medicine shortages, and test appointment schedules for months out. We're seeing more and more of these doctors' offices closing, aren't we? Let us know if you're seeing that happen. If you have insider information on why that's happening, let us know about that, because this is impacting a lot of us. It doesn't do you any good to have health insurance if you can't get to see a doctor. Richard says, Grand Junction, Colorado. Today at Walmart, 6 guys couldn't unpack the toilet paper fast enough. From the time I arrived and did a little shopping, every package that they put on the shelf was already gone. No dish soap, bleach, Lysol, wipes of any kind, soup, noodles, cases of water, rubbing alcohol, dry beans, all gone. Can you guess why that's happening? A lot of people who've come across, the southern parts, have ended up in Colorado, and a lot of these Walmarts and such like that are getting wiped out. Whether it's people purchasing for places for these people to live, or whether you just have so many new people in the community, the stores just aren't able to stock the stuff fast enough, because all these new people living in the community with lots of food stamps to spend. Lisa Prep says, just saw on the news, Dollar Tree is closing 1,000 stores due to losses, 600 stores to close first half 2024. The company incurred a net loss of $1.7 billion in the 3-month period. We had already kind of reported on that, about the it's Dollar Trees and Dollar Generals together doing 1,000 stores. 600 of those stores are just Dollar Tree. The other 400 are Dollar Generals. So they're owned by the same parent company, and that is happening. That's the first half of 2024, friends. So they are in serious trouble. We saw them with very low stock. They don't have very much inventory at a lot of stores, and that would explain why they are planning on moving a lot of that inventory to the stores that are going to be staying open. So if your store's getting really, really sparse, it might be because it might be one of the stores about to close. You might not have much warning on that either. David says, here in Sand Springs, Oklahoma, the Dollar Generals were not accepting SNAP cards. They all showed a zero balance. They said several people have been in, and all of them were showing zero balance. Please do keep your reports coming in. We want to keep you guys as informed as possible about what's going on out there. We appreciate all of you. Thanks so much. If you want to get some more information from Genesis Gold about what you can do with your retirement account, there's a link right there. If you want to check out another video from this channel, there's one right up there. I'll see you over there, or I'll see you guys later. Steve Poplar of the Poplar Report out.